Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America. And hello to anyone watching on replay. I am just going to see if we have everything working. Yeah, it looks like it. Give people a moment to get with us here. And I will get started here shortly. I've got multiple cameras, multiple monitors, all kinds of things to check on. And if you're here, please say hello. And let's go. Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America. And hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I am going to be showing you a waterfall card. And um, let me show you one that I made yesterday because I had a lot of fun with this. This one is using the Hey Birthday Chick and Hey Chick stamp sets. Um, Hello, Paula. Thanks for joining me. This, okay, let me take a step back. Hey Birthday Chick is on page 52 of the mini catalog. And it's really, really cute. And as soon as I saw this, I said, oh, look, they brought the chicks back from Hey Chick, which was a stamp set in the 2017 Celebration brochure. And it was very, very popular. And as with most things that had retired, I, uh, I unloaded it before I moved to Australia. So I was sorry I didn't have it to coordinate with it. But Stampin' Up! In a very rare move, has brought back Hey Chick. Um, and, well, first of all, it's not in the catalog, but here's Hey Birthday Chick, and they have released dies to coordinate with them, which is great because these dies will cut out all the chicks. Very fun, very fun. Including this guy. Oh, how does this go? Oh, like that. Eating his cupcake. And this one, little chick bursting out of his egg. And then some other ones here. This is a happy birthday. This is a picket fence, a birthday banner. You may have seen this on my blog yesterday. I did some little chicken scratch feet. These don't cut. They do, well, they do cut, but they don't cut out a removable piece. They cut little scratch marks into the dirt. And then here's another little chick that doesn't have a coordinating stamp and a little bow tie, which is very cute. So they did that with Birthday Chick, Hey Birthday Chick, which is very fun. And they also brought back the original Hey Chick and came out with a whole fancy set of dies to go with this. Again, there are outline dies to cut out these images, but then there's chicken wire and a chicken coop and a sign and a stump and a corn stalk with cobs and husks and some eggs there, and it's going to be very fun to play with. And I haven't done a whole lot with any of these except, well, you saw the card yesterday, and if you're in my Facebook group, you saw another card that I made. Um, and then last night I made this waterfall card, which is very, very fun. Waterfall cards go like that. And so I this one is from Hey Chick. These others are from, no, do I have that right? Yes. This one's from Hey Chick, this one's from Hey Chick, and these two are from Hey Birthday Chick. And you probably can't see on this one. Let me see if I pull it up here if you can see it. It's got Wink of Stella, so it's very glimmery. Whoop! I have to look and see where my camera is. And there. Anyway, I don't know if you could see that or not in the lights. But anyway, very fun. And so we're going to make a version of this card, but instead of using the Hey Chick and Hey Birthday Chick, today I'm going to use Darling Donkeys, which is another free stamp set from this year's celebration. And yeah, there it is. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for sharing. And hello, Roseanne. Thanks for joining me. So I am going to stamp up a number of these and color them, and we will see how we go. How's it going where you guys are? Paula says it's snowy in upstate New York, Poughkeepsie. Roseanne, you guys got a little snow in the desert yesterday. How's that for crazy? Get these mounted up here. Figure out how I'm doing them. And let's see what we got here. Well, that's fun. Yeah, I saw somebody, there's another demonstrator who posted some pictures. She lives in Prescott, and I saw some pictures that she posted of stuff going on up there. Yes, two sides to every piece of paper, thankfully. And hello, it snowed in the DC area last night, huh? Very much or just a little bit? This is the first time I'm inking these guys up. There's one, two. I had to figure out what to do for the fourth panel in this. I'll figure that out soon. Three. Think. I'll do another one of these. There we go. Well, we had crazy, crazy weather. If you follow me on my Facebook page, you may have seen me document this. We had really, really hot, gusty, hot, dry, dusty winds all through the weekend. Sunday, we got to about 99 degrees Fahrenheit, and on Monday, we got up to about 102, and then we get what they call a cool change come through, and it's pretty amazing because all of a sudden the wind will shift from coming from the north where it's all hot and dry and dusty to the south where it's cool and a little moist and I mean really cool, and it's pretty amazing. Within 10 to 20 minutes, you'll drop 20 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's just pretty amazing. So I'm using Stampin' Blends. These are our alcohol markers, and I'm using gray granite, the light one. They come in two different shades, and I'll be adding some of the dark here in a little bit to color in this critter. This reminds me of the wild burros we had up in northern Arizona. I don't know what the difference is between a burro and a donkey, if there is any difference, but the nice thing about these Stampin' Blends is, as the name blend might indicate, they do blend together nicely. And they, when you're using water-based markers, you go over stuff and they leave like little lines. These don't tend to do that so much, which is a good thing. Add a little shading to this outside bits. And then I can go back over with the light, kind of soften that line a bit. Good morning again from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America. We're going to start midstream here. If you're watching on YouTube, I've hopefully spliced together my two videos. If you're watching on Facebook, I'm sorry it's in two pieces. I'll see if I can splice it and put it up as one. Hopefully that's what's happening. But here's a quick recap. What I'm doing is I'm making one of these waterfall cards. And this is one I made with Hey Chick and Hey Birthday Chick, which starting next week will be available. Well, Hey Birthday Chick is available as a stamp set to purchase now. Starting next week, it will be available as a bundle with coordinating dies, and they're bringing back Hey Chick with a new set of coordinating dies, which are going to be a lot of fun to play with. So I played with the images last night making that one, and I'm making another waterfall card today. Nikki, I'm glad you can join us. Hopefully this going direct to Facebook will keep us from being kicked off. And I don't know why StreamYard was acting up today, but there we go. And I don't know if it was StreamYard or Facebook kicking them off, so we'll keep going. So this little donkey, today I'm using Darling Donkeys, which is a free level 1 celebration item. And so I've stamped 4 images, and now I'm coloring them in with my Stampin' Blends. This one I did in gray granite. This one I'm doing in smoky slate. And as with the other one, I'm coloring the entire thing with the light blend of the duos, and then I will come back and add some darker, I guess maybe they're not highlights when they're darker, right? But some darker shading, that's the word I'm looking for. And yeah, so we were talking about the weather and off in the US where lots of people are getting snow, including parts of Arizona that it's really rare to get snow. And then here where we got quite warm and then had the cool change with a very quick drop off in temperature. And yesterday was very cool and wet until late in the day, and then kept being cloudy and sunny, partly sunny That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to concentrate on coloring and chatting. Not always a good thing. So, yeah, so now we're back to Melbourne, cool summer. But that's okay. I like it when it's cool. Much better than when it's too warm. Go, there's that guy. Put them aside. Here's my other two. This one's like that one, but I think I will change it up a little bit when I cut it, and you'll see how. I'm going to do that one, I think, in crumb cake. See how that goes. Oh, I didn't actually go back and do any shading on this one, did I? Let's try that now. These guys are cute. Yeah, I don't know. Someday I'll take a course on coloring and shading and all of that stuff, maybe. Or maybe it'll just be good enough. So, what else is happening in your lives, people? Noah is getting big here, and he's doing a good job with the things we ask him to do. Sleeping much better. I believe we can call him sleeping through the night, which is good, including he seems to be sleeping in pretty well into the mornings. Like today, I don't think he got up till 7, which was great. Whoops, tail. Tail would be good. There we go. And let's see. What else is happening here? Not so much, I suppose. We're really kind of calm and normal here. We're up to what, 19 or 20 days without a community transmitted case of coronavirus. And what am I working on with Noah? A lot of reinforcing some basics, like, you know, sitting and waiting patiently until he's told he can eat the food we've put out, sitting and staying, staying calmly in one place when we ask him to. Let's see, what color should we make this big guy? I think we'll go back to the gray granites. And yeah, and lying down and waiting calmly while we eat at a restaurant. That one's the dark, okay. That's a fun one, and he does really well with that. You know, we start out with lots of treats for being where we want him to be on his mat that we bring, and then once he's just calmed down and staying where we want him to stay, we can really back off and just reward him occasionally while we're eating our food, which is a good thing. And he's mastered stairs, so we don't have to keep working on that. You know, when he goes into the office with Glenn, he works on stairs because Glenn's got stairs into his building, and then he takes the stairs instead of the elevator up to his office. So that works out well. And yeah. We're working on him when we go to shops and stuff, being calm and ignoring people. That's the biggest thing, is working on him ignoring people, not expecting everyone to be excited to see him and want to give him lots of pats. So, and ignoring dogs when we're out, which he's getting better at, or he's at least better able to be redirected and not just pulled towards the dogs. Okay, there's all of that and his tail. Do some of that in the dark. Yeah, so we just do basic training with Noah, and they'll do all the specialized stuff when they take him back. He is now, he's what, 5.5 months? Yes, I think that's right. He was born August 8th. And so I think February 8th he'll be 6 months. There's a little bit of real red for the rose. Bit of old olive here for the stem and leaf of the rose. And the petal pink again for the inside of the ears and the muzzle. Nicole would say the snoot. There we go. Okay. So, bring in my Big Boss. And one of my stitched stitch shaped squares. Sorry if that shakes the camera a bit. There's one. Two. I think they're going to bring out strawberry paper separate from the bundle. I don't know. I think it will completely depend on what they have in stock as Celebration starts to wind down. My guess will be no. So how did I do that one? I did that one that way. Sorry, I'm just visualizing how I want this to go. My guess is going to be no, Nikki. But I don't have a crystal ball. Okay, so I have these 4 done, and I will set those aside for now. Now we're going to get into a little bit of the mechanical part of making this. I need to find my cheat sheet. Here we go. So I have, these are 4 squares that are going to be layers under those donkeys. And then this is the strip that's going to be the mechanism. 3 of the stamp sets because you wanted the paper. Okay. Well, now you've got 3 sets of paper, right? That should be plenty. And you can always sell the stamp sets or give them to customers or whatever you want to do when the celebration is over. Okay, so to make this, it's a series of scores that make the mechanism, was part of what makes the mechanism work. So my tutorial is in inches that I'm copying from, so we're going to score at 2 inches, 2 3/4 inches, 3 1/2 inches. Sorry, you're not actually seeing that. And 4 1/4 inches. It's not so exciting, but I am scoring. Okay, so that makes the mechanism, and I find it useful
to fold and burnish both ways because you want it to be really flexible to move really well. So we'll fold and burnish both ways. I know in Arizona I taught this a couple of times, and I'm making it wider. It's often done, well, this tutorial is written 2 inches, and that seems to be pretty universal from what I've seen when I went looking online, but there's no reason I don't think it can't be wider. So I guess we'll find out if there's a reason it can't be. So there we go, and that's going to be the mechanism that rolls like so. And then so I'm just taking it over to about 3/8 of an inch. I'm just gonna cut a little tab. About 1/2 inch. That just gives me some guide marks to cut my tab. I could do more accurate measuring, but it seems to have worked okay. Okay, so that's going to just make it a little more obvious that that's a tab to pull. So, then what? Oh, I know. I was going to, on this one, I stamped the all wired up background stamp on this pretty peacock layer because it goes with the chicken coop theme. But for this one, I'm going to bring my big boss back in, and I'm going to emboss with pinewood planks. And I thought this is one of the Sizzix ones, so it just goes with one of these. Get that out of there. So that gives it some texture, and where's my other piece? There we go. That's going to go on there. And it's playing with the idea of I don't think so. I was playing with the idea of using a sponge dauber and putting a little white ink on there, but I don't think so. I think I'm just going to put it this way, and it'll be okay. Putting more glue than I normally do, just because it's going to have the weight and the movement of that waterfall in the middle there. Okay, and then got another strip. This is about a centimeter and a half or 5/8 of an inch wide. I just need to sort of figure out where I want that to go. This is going to be what holds it down and together. So, yeah, I didn't think it had to be right there, but maybe it's a good thing. Maybe that. I'm going to put those on first. Okay, let's do this first. I'm going to layer up my 4 images. And these have to be flat. You can't put them on dimensionals. You can't add embellishments and stuff because you want it needs to be able to move smoothly. And if you've got stuff that will bind up as it goes around the corner, it's no good. These two, I think, are going to say something. So I think I need to add a little more to these two. Let's see what we got here. Come here. Doing that thinking and doing at the same time thing again. So I think we're going to say, hey there, friend. Oh, no, I would want that still. And this says, it's your birthday. There we go. That's kind of tiny, but that's okay. It works. So now we'll add those. These are pretty easy, and you can do them with flower. You can do them with any image you want. They don't have to be these cute animal ones that I'm doing. I think dragonflies would be really cute. Dragonflies and bees from the dragonflies suite. Dandy Garden Suite. Okay, so that one's gonna go there. It's your birthday. And I think this guy. Just trying to decide the order. I think it's okay that those are next to each other. I think that's how we get to it. Okay, so you can use tear and tape or glue. The key thing is that you bring it up to, but not over that fold, or the mechanism won't work. So and my strip is 3 inches wide and my squares are 3 inches wide. So that gets it right up to, but not over the fold. So there we go. And I like the glue, as you know, because it just gives me that extra moment where I can adjust things. If you're using tear and tape, really, once it's down, it's kind of down. And again, right up to the fold. Again, up to and not over the fold. Just making sure when I dragged it, I didn't get okay. Oh no! How did that happen? Oh, because it's 3 inches and it's okay. So that would be a reason why you don't go mucking about with sizes on camera, because this is not long enough now. So what is that going to mean for what I'm doing? You're going to get to see me brainstorm a solution on camera. But we can figure this out. Okay, so we're going to start with another strip that's 3 inches wide. see how long we need it to be. Yeah. Okay, so just want to make a note. So that needs to be 11. Pencil. Okay. So the original one, when it was 2 inches across, was for it to be 9 inches long. But it needs to be longer because, did y'all catch that? Because instead of being two inches, this is now 3 inches and it comes out longer. So, okay. So, I wish I hadn't glued that down, but I did. So we're going to use that for something else, and we're going to get another piece. And another piece of black, which is all good. Come here. I want this to be 10. Now, I'm doing this as a flat panel with a panel on the back to write on, but you could do this and you could mount this waterfall on a full card front and have it lift up and have an inside as well. I'm just choosing not to do it that way. And this one should be 5. Good. Okay, and I'm going to quickly run this through the embossing folder again. And we'll be back on track. Yeah, I've decided not to make a tab on here. I'm going to do something slightly different on this one, I think. I'm still thinking. So that's going to go on there. Yeah, I think maybe I will make the tab. So originally, and you'll see this in most of the tutorials that you find online, we'd punch a hole there and put a pull string, which I'm still thinking about for this one. I'm also thinking about doing a punched tab. To pull there. I'm just now being hemming and hawing. Just looking to see what I have in terms of I think maybe I'll just do a ribbon pull there. Just getting a hole punch. So this panel is Misty Moonlight, and the ribbon is Misty Moonlight. So we're going to see how that works getting through there. Where are my flossers? I don't even know if they still make these. I looked at a drugstore over the weekend and didn't see them. But these are for dental floss. And they really help getting ribbon through. Except that's not so helpful when you do it like that for this. Oh my goodness, my brain. Since I'm working on fixing something, is kind of like going, ah. Let's see, will that get through there? That will get through there. There we go. That's much easier than trying to get it without that, trust me. Okay, so I want it to snug up there without okay. So I like that better than the tab, I think. And here in Australia, at least, they have enough room in the envelopes. It's not such a snug fit as it is in the US, so that's a good thing. That should break up all the straight lines, yes, but okay. So now we're back to this. And I'm going to put some glue. We're going to try to make this as straight as we can. So we're going to put some glue there. Fold this over. Come here. So that is just glued onto this little strip. You see that? now what we're going to do is wrap that, and we don't want it too snug, so leave just a little bit of wiggle room in there. Come here, come here. If it's too snug, it won't pull. But there we go. Okay. So now we get to glue the tabs down. Okay, so one more time to test it before we put it on the panel. Fixed. There we go. And we'll add a panel on the back to write on. Butterfingers. And there we go. What do you think? You'd never even know about that screw up unless you looked at the back there. Ha. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. And with this one. So I hope you give this waterfall card a try. In my blog post, I'm going to link to the tutorial that I used. It's out of one of my favorite resources, which is splitcoaststampers.com. They've got great tutorials, and frankly, I don't feel a need to reinvent the wheel on this one. And I will just talk a little bit about how I enlarged these and the changes I made to the measurements in the end because of that. Doy. So yeah, that's what I have for you today, and I will be back in a week with more. I will try to figure out what's going on with the StreamYard so that I can have both cameras again next week. Otherwise, we may be just back to the overhead camera. going direct to Facebook, which is fine by me. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you again next week. Thanks. Bye.